back to Self-Wired Happiness. My name is Kanini. Here at Self-Wired Happiness, we unlock the secrets to a long, happy, and successful life. On our last episode, we talked about raising our standards. When we catch ourselves being that old self with those negative thoughts, we raise our standards. We remind ourselves to stop and we move and shift into this new personality that we want to be. In today's video, we are going to talk about personality. Let me read some of the things that people say about personalities. People say that beauty gets attention, but personality gets the heart. Beauty gets attention, but personality gets the heart. Other people say personality is to a man what perfume is to a flower. How sweet smelling is your personality? Well, before you even get to know how sweet smelling your personality is, you need to know what it is. There is this personality test that you can do. It's called the Myers Briggs Personality Test. Believe it or not, a lot of businesses use this personality test so that they can get to know who their employees are and how they can work together as a team. When you're working as a team and you understand your team members' personalities, you get to understand their strengths, you get to understand their weaknesses, you get to understand how to relate with them, and you get to understand how to make them happy. So in this video, we're going to talk about personalities. When I did my personality test, I was amazed to find out that I share a rare personality. 3 to 5% of the population share this personality. I noticed that my personality type, we have little regard for etiquette, emotion, and tradition because we put logic at the primacy of everything. And I came to understand that if I wanted to relate better with the outside world, I have to put more emphasis than I usually do on etiquette, logic, and emotions, because many people use tradition, it's nice to have etiquette, and obviously for obvious reasons, and people are emotional. That's how we use emotion. So before, I could just get frustrated when somebody doesn't get it, the logic that I'm trying to communicate, and ignore the fact that the logic is not as important or more important than acknowledging people's feelings and emotions. These worlds did not connect in my head at all. A part of me is a little bit ashamed to admit it, but it's true. Logicians have little patience. But then this Myers Briggs personality test just opened up my world into understanding. I have to be more sensitive to other people's emotions, and I also became to understand myself. I am also very sensitive. If you tell me that my ideas are not as good as I thought they were, I'd get mad. Like, seriously, I get mad. But then I realized that it's because I'm a logician, and it's hard to crack that logical mind. It's like, imagine this professor that's serious, that lives in his own head. It's hard to even crack humor. I am like those kinds of people. It gave me a wonderful insight into my personality. Now I see when I'm working with other people, it's much easier. With my co-workers, I can understand their personalities because I pay more attention to etiquette, to tradition, to their emotions, not just the logical things. Oh my God, but it's a struggle. It's still a struggle. I do it, but it's still a struggle. But it's an insight into my personality, and there are so many wonderful things about my personality. And Some famous people have these personalities, including famous presidents, scientists, Abraham Lincoln, Einstein, and Larry Page, Bill Gates, Esther Reed, and also serial killers. So don't think that, oh my God, I share this personality with somebody that you are exactly like them. No, you're probably not exactly like them, but it means that there's some characteristics about your personality that they also share. But you remain uniquely you, and you remain beautiful and an individual that is like a snowflake. You're one of a kind. Esther Reed was a wanted FBI female, and Kristen Stewart, who is a famous actress. So, these personality types, they you can find anyone in the world sharing your same personality. Anyway, what I learned about my personality was shocking, and I want you to get that there is so many beautiful things about your personality too. If you can open yourself to understanding your personality, and you understand your strengths, understand your weaknesses, understand how to transform your weaknesses into strengths, and also honing on your strengths. Some of the best advice that I heard is like, use your strengths and maximize on your strengths if you want to be successful. You find your strength, maximize on your strengths. For example, if you find that you're a people person, find a career that is driven to be with people, like being a teacher or being a nurse. You're going to succeed in that career because you just took your personality and let it work for you to find a career that you like. You can transform your life by understanding yourself and by understanding other people. You can actually make your life way much happier by understanding other people. So anyway, I wanted to encourage you. There is a link below, a Myers Briggs personality test. Do it! Let us know what you are, what your strengths and weaknesses are, if the personality test came accurate or not. Sometimes people tell me, it doesn't sound like me at all. Maybe you will need to do it this time and then do it 4 months later, and then maybe do it another 9 months later and see if you're still getting the same test. If you're still getting the same test, it means that you probably lean more towards that personality type. Sometimes you get two personalities and you're like, am I leaning here or here? With time, you will know where you truly lie. But it's one of those things that I find it helpful for you to just dig deeper into who you are and gain some insight about who you are. Especially if you never ever think about your personality, take this as a time to do it so that you can get to know other people. That's all for today. Thanks again for tuning in to Self-Wired Happiness. I love you. Please like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, namaste.